Okay, so I'm putting up a bunch of links, and for some reason the video got flagged. I know I'm talking about transsexual stuff. I'm not really quite sure. So anyway, I'll try this again. I mean, I'm keeping it scientific. So pineapple, you guys had a theory that my vagina tasted bad, and so I needed pineapple. And I pointed out, well, I wouldn't have a system behind the vagina as it would be an artificial one. So there would be nothing to actually taste bad, as it would only be skin. And if it were for a dick, it wouldn't be that the pineapple makes the dick taste good, it's that it would make the sperm taste good. And there's actually no scientific proof to say that it even does that. Nor would it even be a significant amount to make a change in a little can like that. Especially when there's whole cartons available. Okay. The legal timeline that I just mapped out for you, if you guys are trying to say, oh, well, she changed her birth record or her passport or her ID, none of that is possible unless I've had gender reassignment surgery. I can't do that if the gender doesn't match the preferred name. I can't do it. It's not legal in California, it's not legal in New York, it's not legal. So I can't, and it's all very recent. Any kind of changes like that or that would have been in 2015, okay? So during this. So I couldn't have legally, and also you said I didn't get surgery, is that correct? Is that why things sound so strange? Now, my family said that I was, from what I'm gathering, born a boy. They didn't say I was born transgender, is that correct? I'm a little confused. If I were born a boy and was getting, there's no reason for me to have a vagina. And I'll also show you, it's not possible to have balls and a vagina. It's not possible. You can have a fusion of labia and scrotum, but you can't have balls and a vagina. Yeah, sorry guys, and I'll show you every diagram of possible AIS. It's called AIS, the syndrome that you're talking about. Every scenario, and what you're talking about doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And in order to make an artificial vagina, in order to increase that hole, one would first have to remove the testes. But this is not what you're saying. I'll also show you, again, in the biological video that I showed you today, you're saying that there's balls on the inside, and I'm saying then it would be where the ovaries are, which is way farther up on the pelvis and would not be visible or touchable by anyone else. These people reporting that they saw it or felt it, they can't. It's so far in them. I'll show you an article. A woman didn't even know she had this problem until she wasn't getting her periods ever and was like, what's happening? Okay. You said I was gay married and or transgender married, and I wouldn't have been able to do that in the timeline that you said, especially in California, having these things go back and forth, if it's legal or not. It wouldn't have matched the timeline you said. You said that in school, the school was recognizing what, my Tara name or Torah, and I've fucking just decimated your Torah argument. I'll show you again. Torah it doesn't exist anywhere on the internet. It's not actually a first name. It's not Swedish, nor is it Japanese, nor does Torah without the thing mean thunder. Mean tiger. It means thunder. Okay, and it's a female name. And also they can't prove that was my name, but I did prove that it's on everything. My school records, IRS, everything, it's Tara and it's 87. Everything's saying female. I wouldn't have been able to change that, okay, without reconstructive surgery. I can't. Now, had I had reconstructive surgery, they would have necessarily had to they would have had to remove the penis, and they would have had to use the testes to form the labia. You saw that I had a well-shaped, developed labia. Only possible if you use the testes. So no one would be reporting what they're reporting. Okay? Adam's apple. No, it would be right here, and there would be a scar right here. And I looked it up. There's no way around it. It scars. And I can show you pictures even like a year later, and it's still scarred. Okay? That's just how it is when you have to get it removed. There's no other hormones, don't have nothing to do with this. Okay. My boobs fluctuate with weight. A transgender's does not. Now, the size of the breast for transgendered people on hormone replacement therapy depends on the rib cage. Mine is very small. So by and large, the majority of transgender people have A's. breasts, and they tend to be conical because they've developed from the nipple out. Mine are well-rounded, which would have to have been after 10 years of hormones or puberty or whatever. Okay. Oh, and I wouldn't have been able to have played sports as a transgender person if I had been posing as a female. I'm a little confused as to your story, but if I had been posing as a female and was a male, I wouldn't have been allowed on the team. And it wouldn't have been legal. That's not recognized until now, 2015. And also, I wouldn't have been allowed into the Army. You're saying that I mean, for many other reasons too. I'll go through a whole shit ton of reasons that you failed with that whole Army theory on the links below. But you wouldn't be allowed in, and if they caught you, you'd be removed immediately. It's not allowed, and it's only until 2015 during this that it's become allowed. So I couldn't have done it. Now I'm going to put up a transsexual. This is a good example. The one that played me, I guess, was Sarah's video. And you know it's a transsexual because her voice is it resonates. And there's this disunity with it. It's not smooth. My voice is smooth. You said, oh, actually, this works to my advantage. You said that I can't sing at all. So, and then I showed you that I actually, I can't, but a lot better than what you're saying. And that requires a smoothness. Okay. Again, you guys said that I had a lot of pubic hair, and I'm saying if I were a female with a dick, I wouldn't have been able to develop pubic or underarm hair. It's not biologically possible. Because I'm a little confused. It sounds like your theories are a little confused. And also just note that my family, I don't know what they said. If they said I was born a boy, or if they said I was born transgendered. But I still don't understand how that would work, because there would still not be the vagina still couldn't be. But I think they said I was born a boy. And if they had meant transgender, they would have said transgender. But you said I had a little penis, so that would have necessarily meant I was born transgender. But I don't think that's what they said. I think they said I was born a boy. That's different, right? So anyway, and again, in order to have a penis tucked inside, you have to, it has to be long enough to be inside. And when you have two labia that are being pushed by something, they spread. That's not what you saw. Maybe there's something there. And it would form at the top of the hood, and that's what it is. When I urinate, you see that it comes out the back instead of out of what would be an effective penis. So, and the vagina, again, wouldn't have any, there would be no reports of it tastes bad or it's, whatever, smells bad or this or that, because it would just be skin. The thing that would be functioning would have been the penis. That's where I would have peed out of or ejaculated out of, except that my balls wouldn't work because they would be in the wrong spot. They would be in the pelvis. Okay? So, it's a totally failed theory. I mean, even just in theory, it fails. Across the board. So, links below.